A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. This is a collective message for all of you people. If you don't resonate with it, then you can opt out from this message anytime you feel like. There are 1000 plus video audio messages on this particular channel, so you can look for anything that resonates with you. For your personal sessions or personal situations where you want one-on-one attention, or you want one-on-one discussion, you want counseling, hand holding, or you also want therapy, then you can check out the description box below under this video or any other latest video. And you can, after checking out the description box, checking out all the details, you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com. And then I will get back to you with whatever is the next step required. For people who are not living in India, you guys can use the PayPal link, or you can contact me. If you are from India, then you cannot use the PayPal link. You would have to write to me for the same, and I will give you the details that are required. I can also give you a discounted fee, especially if you're a student. Please let me know. Student means you're in college, you're still studying, you're going through education process, getting a degree and things like that. Also, then I will consider and I will give you some discount. Now, my dear friends, first of all, before I go any further, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for doing inner work. I want to thank you for trying to improve your lifestyle by going within and not by just exploring the outside reality. Things might have been difficult for you, but you are doing great. So do not worry, just continue with your inner work and things will shift the way they have already shifted, which is why you actually believe now that inner work is the better way to do things, because then you don't have to control so much. When you surrender to source, you can accept and you can acknowledge whatever is written for you, whatever is pre-written for you, and you're probably more open towards your gifts also, whatever gifts that God has given you or bestowed you with. Now, as per this channeling session, I'm being shown somebody around you is coming up to you with an apology, like they want to say sorry to you. They are feeling very bad about whatever they did, and actually they are saying sorry to you because your intuition about the person, or your predictions about their life, or overall with everything, maybe they did something and you gave them some information, like your perception about the things. Maybe they did not like it back then. They were like, I don't agree with you, I don't believe you, you are stupid maybe, or I don't believe in this intuition bullshit, or I don't believe just about in anything that you're saying to me. I'm being shown that they were pretty strong and they were quite rude to you maybe, or they were just generally very closed and blocked about anything that you were telling to them back then, which was probably for their best. It was for their good. You were just trying to be a nice person who cares for them, who values them, or who wishes well for them for real, not that you needed something from them. You probably were giving to them a lot of love and affection, but they maybe thought that you could be just doing something else with them, like what would you have done, what could you have done, But when people are in very difficult block energies and they are also programmed, or they are also getting poisoned by someone else, I'm also being shown that you back then maybe were not so prepared for everything that happened. You were probably a lot more emotional than what you were right now. So in that sense, the energy that was given to you as a response or as a reaction was also distorted energy, and it was misunderstood energy. So you as a person were also misunderstood hugely at that point in time. So maybe it could be possible that it was just the timing, it was just how situations were written or they were planned for you. That's the way it was, and the other person was simply just responding to your energy. Now, that doesn't take away for any one of you who has gone through a lot of negative experience, because I'm channeling people who could be vibing on the same wavelength, pretty much close here and there. So some of you could be someone who has gone through a lot. You had very negative experience, or you had a very deep dark night of soul. It took you a lot of time to get out of it. So when you got out of it, you were probably thinking that you don't want to talk to this person, you don't want to listen to this person anymore, or this person does not deserve a chance, things like that. So even that is being shown to me, that maybe someone who would give you the apology, you would probably not want it now. Maybe you wanted it long time back, maybe you wanted it when you were going through a lot, but you now don't want it. So there are different types of people who I'm channeling for right now. I'm relaying the emotions of people. Number one, the first scenario that was given to me was someone who was nice to you, and you both had some kind of misunderstanding which was happening because of other people's interference, and that person believed the others and not you, or that person thought that it would not be a good thing to be with you. The reason may have been materialistic, but they were close to you. This person is also going to appear in your life again with an apology, and it would be a sincere apology because they also have gone through some really bad experiences. So when I say it's a sincere apology, this person would also be ethical towards you. They will not have any secrets, or they will not hide anything. They will just come very clean to you, and they'll tell you everything that they went through when you were not around, and whatever they experienced and what they learned from it, and how they feel about you now and what they felt earlier, and all those things. So this is a genuine apology. This apology is important because maybe when they went away from you, it really hurt you, and it hurt them also, but it hurt you more. So when they were not around you, when you got detached from this person, that's the time they learned their lessons, and during those lessons they figured out that whatever you were telling to them was probably the right thing actually, but they did not know it, or they did not want to believe it back then. The second scenario that I'm being shown over here is that this is a person who actually hurt you, like knowingly, purposely. They wanted you to suffer, they wanted you to be miserable, and they had a very good time doing so. And they probably thought that you would be over, that you would be completely destroyed. So it was not a good thing what they did to you. But now, what happened to them is they went through a lot of situations where they could not blame anything else but bad luck. Like they did everything right on their part, but they just feel very strongly. It could be one person, it could be more, but I'm strongly being shown one person who went through a lot of bad experiences, and maybe they still are, and they're so petrified, they're so scared that they feel that all of this is happening because of you, because of the way they treated you. It's literally like you probably gave them some kind of curse, and they're apologizing to you so that your heart melts and you take it back or something like that. This is how they feel. But actually, when anyone does anything horribly wrong to a person, an innocent person, a gullible person who believes them, using lies and manipulation, then this will go back to them sooner or later. That's the only thing they don't realize. So they're still being very manipulative. They're still saying sorry to you because they want the curse to go away, or all the bad luck to go away, because they've tried everything. They maybe went to some places, or they went to some shamans or some doctors, some witch doctors maybe, or they went out with an evil intention. It could be possible that they had casted a spell on you, but because you did a lot of inner work, or because you healed yourself, because masters were guiding you, the curse, like the spell turned into a curse and it went back to them. So they faced maybe a lot of losses, or they're having some bad tension. There's always a negative energy. Nothing feels nice. So now it's not about giving them sympathy, my dear friends, but now they feel that it's really important for them to apologize to you, to say sorry to you. So this is the second scenario been given to me. In the third scenario, which is also quite interesting, this person is actually coming to you because they regret everything. They feel that you are a golden opportunity that they missed out on because they were not so mature, or they were not really aligned with their life purpose. Maybe they were not so spiritual back then, or maybe now they have certain needs, or they feel like, when they look at you, they feel like you could probably be the one who could fill their empty void or their emptiness. This person might have hurt you, but that was probably long time back, and it was kind of like a soul shock for you, for sure, but it did you a lot of good. So it benefited you in many ways, and it made you grow as a person. But they did not grow so much. They continued to live their life, and they continued to do all of the materialistic things, while you became a person who was getting all the spiritual knowledge. Your awakening had kicked in. So a lot of those things happened, but you also felt for some time, for say 2-3 years, that this person did me wrong, and did wrong to me, whichever way you want to say it. Or you do feel that you also had some feelings for them. You also had like strong bond or emotion, but it was very one-sided. So now maybe they are awakening, but they're awakening very late, as per your timeline it is late. So now you have grown a lot, and you are very mature, and you can say a lot of things to them which you could not say earlier. Earlier, whatever they said to you, you just said okay, 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 even though you knew it was wrong, even though you knew it was unethical, even though you knew, they are not doing the right thing. Maybe between you and them it felt right, but maybe behind your back they were committed to other people, or they had some other things going on which you found out about later, and then you decided to go away. Or they treated you so bad that you had no option but to go away. So now universe is giving you the option to say no to this person, or just accept their apology politely, and then be like, well, thank you for the apology, I really appreciate it, but please live your life, and please do whatever you're doing, because this is not this is an apology, but this is a different type of apology. This is actually someone who is still looking at you as a golden opportunity for them, which means what they are really feeling bad about is that back then, when they had more access to you, or you were more vulnerable, you could be fooled easily. And I'm not saying it's a bad person or a good person. That is not important here, because this person is a materialistic person. It's from the 3D world, and now they've started awakening. Say maybe in last 2-3 years they've started awakening, 3-4 maximum. So as soon as they started awakening, the first thing that hit their mind or their heart was you. Interesting, right? It was you, and they thought that, oh my god, you are such an amazing person. If you're a man, then, and it's a woman, then everything about you, from your looks, from your talks, from your personality, from your spiritual knowledge, from your detachment, like everything, even your mission work. Because I'm being shown there's mission work also in this energy, okay? Because this is a person who's quite advanced, and now they're so advanced that even people who had known them are getting influenced by them, because their energy is so pure and they're so confident, like they're inspiring people. So this could be one of those people who was amazing. Materialistically, they were very amazing. Maybe they still are. They got a lot of money and all of that is there. Only the root chakra seems to be strong for this person. Everything else is stuck in the 3D realm, in the Maya Nagari. It could also be a person from Maya Nagari, which means they could be popular. Maybe they were popular once upon a time, or it could be someone who is into modeling or acting, or maybe they're into radio or some other thing. Okay, I'm being shown those things also because of their strong materialistic energy. But because they're also awakening and they're seeing you also awaken, and then they are very much inspired by you. So whatever they read, whatever they study, they feel that you had probably said it to them, or you live a lifestyle which kind of reflects that kind of knowledge in a practical way. You're not just saying it, but you're also living it. So they feel that back then they were not so smart or so ready or so spiritually mature that they could understand a person like you, or they could get a person like you. But it's not like they're in 100% spiritual awakening zone. Okay, so now they are like, oh my god, I missed out on this opportunity. Oh my god, I should not have done it. So sad, let me now try again. So they're trying again. Okay, but they may not be completely ethical. See, because I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Because whenever someone comes back to you with an agenda or with a materialistic goal fulfillment, then it's not always genuine. So you guys have to, like, if you resonate with this channeling, it could be also possible that all three situations are happening with you, all three. It could be like totally possible that you could be getting a sincere apology, you could be getting an apology which has some opportunity involved for the other person, or it could be an apology which is given to you out of fear because of whatever happened after you were treated bad. So all of these three things can happen, but whatever it is, this seems to be a really interesting channeling, because it shows to me that the person who's receiving these channelings is a very relaxed person, or the message could also be that you need to relax a bit, you need to let it go. If these apologies, or if some of these people are already in touch with you, it could also be possible that because of your inner work, a lot of old stories or a lot of old situations came back to you, and then you started working on them, you started resolving them. It could be happening in therapy, or it could be happening in like long term meditations or retreats. You've done some work, like you've really focused on certain things, certain areas of your life. So a lot of those traumatic events, or a lot of those stress related events which you had otherwise just numbed it down, or you were not focusing on it, but because of inner work, because of going very deep within, they all came up. And when they came up, when they popped out in your consciousness, you decided to release it, you decided to work on it. Most probably you made peace with all of those situations. You forgive yourself and you no longer feel guilty. You don't feel guilty for being in those situations. You're not blaming yourself, and you're not saying, hey, it was all your fault and you were so dumb, or you were so stupid, you were so naive, how could you do this, how could you do that. You're not doing that anymore. You're just taking the lessons. You're just very happy that you were in that situation. So this type of change of emotion, this type of gratitude, or this type of like real deep understanding about things, and then releasing it all, and then letting all those people go away peacefully. Maybe they were stuck in your subconscious mind for a long time. Maybe there was resentment, because when you carry resentment, people don't go. It's just that other people appear and they are energetically the same. But you don't want that anymore. So you worked on yourself, and that's why all the people you made peace with within yourself started appearing in front of you. I'm also being shown that whosoever this person is would be pretty polite, and they'll politely say yes, no, fine, thank you, all the very best. Or if they don't want to do what these people want them to do, then they'll also be like, well, I really thank you for your apology, or thank you for your time. And it's wonderful to know that I'm still so important for you, but this cannot happen or that cannot happen. So you don't have any attachment for these people. That's also another point that I'm being given. You still like them, but it is without attachment, because now you understand things far better. So you are a different person, you're a changed person. You're not hurting anyone's ego, but you're not also getting into toxic relationships or old relationships or some other relationships, which require a little bit more work, which you don't have so much time for. But in case of the one who has given you genuine apology, you can maybe reconsider, you might rethink about that person. Because again, as I said, that if you are a person who's spiritually mature, you will not just listen to their words, but you would be able to read their energy, and you would also look at their actions and their body language, everything, that is important for you to observe. I'm also being shown that these people who are appearing as the apologizers, the type of apologizers, they probably also gave it a lot of time, which means they thought about it a couple of times and they didn't do it. They thought again, like, let me do it, let me pick up the phone, or let me write this message, but they just could not do it for a long time. They delayed it for a long time, they avoided it, or they were in denial for it. So when they come up to you, it is like they really mean it, or they were really helpless and they just wanted to do it. They felt that this is the best way to do it, and that's why I feel you are going to be polite to them. You're not going to be mean to them. You'll not like block them again, but you would be in total control. If this happens to you, if it has already happened to you, then you would also be quite surprised with the level of control you have, or the level of independence you have. You are so calm. You're calm like Yoda in this situation. If these three situations, all three are happening, then all three. If not, then whatever situation happens with you or has already happened with you, maybe you are receiving this channeling as a validation or as an affirmation of whatever happened is okay. Maybe you're so shocked or you're so surprised that you can't believe that you pulled it off in this way. So this calm, cool, like a cucumber attitude has come because you are, as per divine timing, growing as a person. So you should be actually applauding yourself and you should be happy. But at the same time, you should remain humble, and you should also be like, thank you, God. So this is where I will pause this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.